This is Think Out Loud on OPB. I'm Dave Miller. We end today with a conversation about busking and street musicians. Johnny Franco, who calls himself the professional entertainer, plays shows with someone known as his real brother Dom, who is, in fact, his real brother Dom. They emigrated to Portland from Brazil and have become fixtures in the city's music scene, playing shows on the streets, in parks, and in theaters. Along with the musician Dave Pollack, they co-founded the nonprofit Curbside Serenade during the pandemic. And all three join me now. It's great to have all three of you on the show.
Yeah, great to be here.
Hi, Dave. Thanks for having us, and hello to the listeners.
Johnny, can we start right in with a song? What do you have for us?
Sounds good. Yes, I'll do a song of mine called Thursday at the Park that's supposed to paint a picture of what happens at Laurelhurst Park every Thursday for 5 years now. Don, are you awake?
I'm awake, Johnny.
Anytime tonight, when the air is cooling, I will look upon a star, bathe myself in silence, and remember in the dark that summer rising feeling. I can't make it as appealing. You just had to be there Thursday at the park. Good times never last. People being persons under moonlight over grass, watching average music, eating meatballs from a jar, handing out free tickets, being born for being witness of our time together Thursday at the park. Neath the tallest tree, where the dogs roam free, with a feather for a heart. When the band comes down to the solid ground, we'd be falling in love. Nothing left to show. Everybody's home now, getting offline, growing old. Better not to ponder, better get up, time to go. Time to move the boulder, get it rolling, start all over. Time to make one to remember, from mid-April to September, singing Love Me Tender, Thursday at the park.
That is Thursday in the Park. Johnny Franco and his real brother, Dom. I don't think we've ever had a song that had the phrase eating meatballs from a jar on this show yet. What brought you to Portland?
It was love, Dave. I fell in love with an American woman and ended up in the United States.
You'd already been making music in Brazil?
Yeah, some music. I was mainly an actor when I was down there, but dropped everything I was doing to just be with this woman, and we ended up moving to Portland on our attempt to find somewhere less cold and more affordable than New York and LA, and that wasn't too expensive or too Republican. So we
How
ended
did it
up
go?
Here. First we couldn't find anywhere, and then we settled for Portland, and it was the correct decision, and this city's changed me in the best ways possible, and I'm pretty happy to be here.
David, you came from New York. What brought you here?
Well, a couple things. I went to school in Vermont, and I really loved it up there, but I was looking for something like Vermont, not as cold also, because it's freezing up there. And also I have some family that was in Seattle, so I came out to Seattle specifically a lot, and I always saw myself out here. And I years later I flew out to Seattle, and I was like, oh, this is not as cool as it was when I was a kid. So somebody told me to take a bus down to Portland, and I took a bus down to Portland, and I never left, pretty much.
What was your musical plan when you got here?
My musical plan when I got here, I really didn't have a plan when I came here. But I always grew up busking pretty much. So when I first got here after the winter, it's really funny. When I got here, there's a major snowstorm, 2017, major snowstorm there. But then once everything melted and got into the spring, I busked a lot. And that's kind of how I made, a lot of my money before I, got a job. I was a paraeducator for a while through Portland Public. So yeah.
And Johnny, what about you? You mean love brought you here, brought you to the States, and then the combination of qualities of Portland brought you here. Did you have a musical plan or dream?
No, the idea was just to be with the lady. That was the only idea, was to just be with her. And because of the situations when you move around here, and because I didn't really plan on moving, it was also sort of young and fruitful and following the heart kind of thing. I found myself in a position where I couldn't really get a proper job. I had to just get by with what I had. So I was telling the boys, they didn't know about this about me. The first thing I actually tried in Portland was to do you know those horse and boogies that they have in New York City that they give you the ride?
Yeah, like around Central Park.
That's right. I played the horse in real life here in Portland. I did that for about a week, and
you were a human-powered buggy mover.
That's right. Yeah, when I moved out here for the first week, and then I made $20 in a whole week of work. So then I realized that I should probably just go to the street and play music, because I probably had a better chance that way, and I did, and the streets changed me in the best way, and I became intimate with the city of Portland that way. I slowly started to feel like the city recognized me, not the people, no, but the pavement, the bricks, the trees. It was the weirdest feeling to be every day a complete stranger to everybody, but in such a deep relationship with the city, with the streetcars, with the trees, with the buildings, with the lights, and and the organism that is the social clockwork of downtown Portland.
Huh. David, can we hear one of your songs?
Yeah, totally.
What do you have for us?
This one's called Roses. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm kind of sad, waiting for my moment, waiting for the now to feel just right. 'Cause whoa, I'm ducking out of holding patterns, squeaky knobs to take cold showers, drying out under orange smoky sun. 'Cause we got the heavy bleeding world in the palm of our hands. 'Cause we don't know how to spin it, we don't know how to live it, or how to lose, or how to win it, or how to take, how to give it all away. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm kinda sad they closed the doors on the craft factory that made us use our hands to craft the sky, until it fell into the ground of roses, yeah. Whoa, talking in front of me, a mirror cracked down honestly. Somebody heave my phone into a pond. 'Cause we got the heavy bleeding world in the palm of our hands. 'Cause we don't know how to spin it, no, we don't know how to win it, or how to lose, or how to win it, how to take, how to give it all away, until we fall into the ground, burning under the orange sun, letting go of everyone, losing like a champion. 'Cause we got the heavy bleeding world in the palm of our hands. 'Cause we don't know how to spin it, no, we don't know how to win it, or how to lose, or how to live it, or how to take, how to give it all away, until we fall into the ground of roses.
That's Portland musician David Pollack with the song Roses. Johnny Franco and his real brother Dom are here as well. Together, they all co-founded Curbside Serenade. Johnny, what's Curbside Serenade?
Curbside Serenade is my creation from the pandemic days, and to put together an organization that helps buskers and musicians to keep it alive back then, the live music. And now it's transformed into an empower. David, will you do it for me? I can't do it. I'm trying to speak radio language, and it's coming out weird.
Well, it's a nonprofit. It started back with Johnny and Dom. They were delivering private serenades during the pandemic when there was no music going on. And I kind of came on and was like, you know what, we should do this like on a larger scale. So we had other friends of ours, other musicians that were also delivering serenades. And one of the serenades was done in Laurelhurst Park for a couple lovebirds in Laurelhurst Park. And Johnny and Dom came and performed. And somebody there was like, oh, you know, you should come back next week. This is great. And they were like, all right. So they just kept coming back on Thursdays, week after week after week. And that became our Thursday in the Park series. All of that first song that Johnny played. And it's kind of spawned into not just the Thursday in the Park, which is what we're most well known as, but Mount Tabor on Monday. We have our partnership with Portland Clean and Safe at Director Park downtown. We have a new partnership with McMinimans that we're going to unroll this year. Rainbow Road, Pedestrian Plaza, St. John's Farmers Market. So the list just goes on and on. So it's really gotten over. This is our 6th year, and it's really, really blossomed into something really incredible and special.
Johnny, what are the skills that it takes to be a successful busker, to get people to pay attention when they're not there probably or necessarily for the show? Like maybe they're going shopping, maybe they're just walking by. How do you keep their attention?
Well, I'd say that the sidewalk is performing in the street performing is a place for giving. And you have to give everything. At least to me, I could never hold back one single part of myself and be successful at it. It has to be 100% always. Now, of course, you can go there and you're going to become part of the, like I said before, you're going to, or David says it always, the landscape that is being painted there, you're helping it, being a part of it. But I would say that there's no recipe. There's more about you have to let go of everything and put everything you got into it. Otherwise, it's just not going to affect people in any way. Another thing that helps me is I got my brother with me. And I honestly don't know how people do it without a brother. I did it without a brother for about 2.5 years, but it's much easier with him. And
someone who knows you.
Yeah, you know, somebody who's there with you to when you're on that post lunch. Because here's the other thing: for you to make it on the street, make enough money, you have to play for hours at a time. You know, you can't just go over there for 2 hours and think that you're going to accomplish something financially speaking. You can go there and accomplish something great in within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just like anybody else when they're emerged into the social life. But to actually make it financially, it has to be for hours there, and you have to have all these little dynamics of interacting with the people. And so after lunch, when you're on that home stretch of, after 4.5 hours of playing, that's when you need somebody to give you hope and comfort and support. And before the brother, I had that from people of Portland, and I still can remember the taste of the Canadian whiskey that the people would bring me on the street, or the smell of the menthol cigarettes when they would sing with me on the microphone. And of course, I'm speaking of Leo and Grandma Katie and Will Birdman and so many of the people of Portland that became part of my family.
Can we squeeze in one more song? Some of the people who are name checking that. Can we get ones and pennies?
Ones and pennies.
We have about 2 minutes left.
Let's do it. This one is our anthem to our relationship, United States of America. To Portland. I live in Portland. But hey, the United States of America is just about a 30-minute drive out of Portland.
Yeah, we're taking ones and pennies, 5, 10, 20s, and your cigarettes too. Well, here comes Birdman, shouting, stay above, stay above. I always thought he was talking to birdies, now I know what he was speaking of. And here comes Grandma, she called me Grandma too. Now she may be a grandma, but she's faster than you, she's faster than you. Go, Grandma, go. Yeah, we're taking ones and pennies, 5, 10, 20s, and your cigarettes too. Little quick one for you there, Dave.
I am impressed by your time management. That was Johnny Franco, a very professional entertainer, along with his real brother, Dom Franco. They are, along with David Pollack, some of the founders of Curbside Serenade. So just remind us again, when can folks see you all and other Curbside Serenade shows in the coming months?
Well, you can find our schedule at curbsideserenade.org, but also Laurelhurst Park on Thursday starting in July. Mount Tabor Mondays, every Monday until Labor Day, and a bunch of other ones as well.
And you could come and see us on June 13th, Saturday, people of Portland, at Alberta Rose Theater on our Do Everything show. Johnny Franco, his real brother Dom, and the great cast of Traveling Strangers and, unfortunate weirdos that is going to be part of this show, and you're one of them invited.
Johnny, Dom, and David, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, Dave.
Our production staff includes Malia Fast, Rolly Hernandez, Gemma DiCarlo, senior producer Allison Frost, and managing producer Shiraz Sadiq, Naleen Silva, and Layla Isbell engineer the show from the Gert Boyle studio. Our technical director is Stephen Cray, and our executive producer is Sage Van Wing. Thanks so much for tuning in to Think Out Loud on OPB and KLCC. I'm Dave Miller. We'll be back tomorrow.
Think Out Loud is supported by Steve and Jan Oliva, the Rose E. Tucker Charitable Trust, Ray and Marilyn Johnson, the Susan Hammer Fund of Oregon Community Foundation, and the Lang Svengard Family Fund.